From the best news headquarters in the world, this is Breaking News, a recap. All of today's news from yesteryear.
Hello and welcome to Breaking News, a recap. I'm your host, Wesley Newfarmer, and joining me today is our very easy on the eyes sports reporter, Kieran Hillier.
You're too kind, Wesley, you really are. Yes, I'm here to fill in for Jessica Pratt, who's reporting live on location for us in Australia.
I like the way you talk, Kieran, so much better than usual. Viewers, what you see next may be distressing. Without studio lighting and genius makeup work, we have no idea what Jessica will look like today. Jessica, can you hear us?
Us? Has he got that bitch Kieran sitting next to him? Guys, you told me that if I did a live cross, everything would be normal and nothing would change.
We'll cut back to Jessica after the bulletin. Now, on with the news. First daughter and noted feminist Ivanka Trump has been given an official title in Trump's White House. This new role will include spearheading initiatives, being an advisor, and making sure her father's spray tan is applied evenly.
Australia could ditch the Queen as their head of state and become a republic within the next 5 years. As the Queen gets older, the idea of forming a republic seems a lot easier than trying to fit Prince Charles's ears on the $5 bill.
It's been reported that US Vice President Mike Pence won't dine with women or be alone in a room with them unless his wife is present. While some point out this rule sounds a little absurd, others point out our focus may be drifting a bit.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
Well, forget Cyclone Debbie. The biggest news story happening in Australia at the moment surrounds a school that has recently banned its students from doing cartwheels and handstands because the practices are deemed too dangerous. In order to get to the bottom of this very important story, we sent our own Jessica Pratt live on location. Jessica, what is the situation over there?
Well, Kieran, you opportunistic little minx, it's a scene straight from a bad science fiction novel. As you can see behind me, these children are just dying to be upside down and tumbling about, but instead they are forced to stand still and play on their iPads.
And what was the reason for the ban?
Wesley, it's a similar reason to the infamous monkey bar ban back in 2015. Ultimately, parents are afraid that their precious darlings may receive a cut and/or abrasion, or worse yet, a bruise.
And as an older married woman who has chosen not to have children, how are you personally coping with the situation?
Kieran, I was coping a little better until I heard your voice, but since you've asked, unlike my counterparts in the cyclone area who had the help of the Weather Bureau, the unpredictability of the children is making me nervous. I've stocked up on surgical masks and hand sanitizer, so I should be okay.
Well, Jessica, we wish you all the best. And take your time heading back to Breaking News headquarters. We're doing just fine here.
I'm on the next flight out, so don't get too comfortable next to doe-eyed Jane there, Wesley. Back to you.
Enjoy economy class. I hear it's quite the experience. And now, on to the weather. In the US, it appears that at some point everything will be nice and spring-like until suddenly, before you know it, doom and gloom. It'll be like living with my third wife again.
In Australia, everyone is still reeling from Cyclone Debbie, best described by this man.
You're a local?
Well, I am actually, and I finally met Debbie. I've heard about Debbie doing other things, but now she's giving Bowen a blowjob.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Kieran, for joining me at the desk, and I look forward to a celebratory drink, or 12, after the show. Good night, everyone.